Hello, I'm Courtney Badger, the planner working on this site plan project that we are calling the Ballston Macy Site Plan. This presentation is going to introduce the project and give a brief background on the zoning and policy guidance that directs staff's review throughout the process. I'm going to start by giving a very brief overview of the proposal received by the county and then continue into background information. For more information about the project and to watch a more in-depth video from the applicant about their proposal, you can visit the project page at the URL shown on the screen. Insight Property Group, the applicant, has submitted a request to demolish the existing Macy's department store and above floors of office space and construct a new residential building. This building would be 16 stories tall and have a grocery store proposed for the ground floor. The proposal includes a total of 555 new residential units. The applicant is proposing to construct 2 levels of underground parking and 1 level of above-grade parking that would be on the second floor above that ground floor grocery use. This site is located in Ballston. It is bounded by Wilson Boulevard to the north and then Glebe Road to the south. On the east is the Ballston Quarter Mall development, and to the west is the Ballston Point office building. One thing to note about this site is the private alley that's between the Ballston Point office building and the Macy's building, and I'm highlighting that here on the right image, drawing a line through it in red. This alleyway is a part of this site plan amendment application. It provides access through the block from Glebe Road to Wilson Boulevard, and the existing parking entrance for the Ballston Point office building is located off of this private alleyway. Here on this side, you can see the existing conditions of the site. The top image shows a view from Wilson Boulevard, and you can see the Ballston Quarter development on the left-hand side. The bottom picture shows the existing conditions from Glebe Road, with Ballston Quarter on the right-hand side of the image. The current building's bottom floor is occupied by the Macy's department store, and upper levels are currently vacant office space. Another thing to note is that the entire block is within Site Plan 193. Site Plan 193 has undergone some changes within the past 50 years or so. The site plan started as the Parkington Shopping Center, which became the Ballston Common Mall, and then in 2015, the County Board approved a major site plan amendment for the Ballston Quarter development. With that, the County Board approved renovations to the Macy's building, the subject site of the current proposal. In 2015, the Board approved a renovation of the building and increased office space in 2016. The approved amendment has not been built, but you can see a rendering of what was approved in 2016 on the bottom of the screen. The General Land Use Plan, or GLUP designation, is indicated as Medium Office Apartment Hotel. This designation, which is indicated for apartment density of up to 115 units per acre, corresponds to the CO 2.5 zoning district. The existing zoning on site is currently that CO 2.5 district, which is a mixed-use district, and the applicant is not proposing to change the zoning designation with this application. CO 2.5 allows for multifamily uses, along with office, commercial, and hotel use categories. The zoning district also allows for multifamily buildings with a max height of 16 stories. This district corresponds with the Medium Office Apartment Hotel GLUP designation. The project site is located within the Ballston Sector Plan, which is the primary policy document for this site. Staff will also be reviewing the administrative guidance for office conversion that was recently developed to aid in the analysis of projects proposing a conversion from office use to another land use. One of the mechanisms that the applicant is using to reach their proposed density is a transfer of development rights. A transfer of development rights, also known as a TDR, is a voluntary program that allows landowners to send development rights from one parcel of land to another site somewhere in the county. That other site is called a receiving site, And this process allows for the developer at the receiving site to use the development rights from that sending site to increase the density of their development. The TDR is something that's contemplated and allowed for within the Columbia Pike Form-Based Code. In this case, Insight Property Group is proposing to certify the Haven apartment complex, which is a site that they own, as a sending site, and transfer the density at a 2x multiplier to the Ballston Macy site. This 2x multiplier would allow them to get up to 236 units that they could potentially transfer over to the Ballston Macy site. And that 2x multiplier is something that is allowed for within the form-based code. In order to do all this, they are going through a use permit process and a process to amend that form-based code to include this Haven site into a conservation area. So the Haven site is located just north of Columbia Pike and south of 7th Road South. And you can see in the right image that apartment complex area located within the form-based code district. For more information about this project, how to provide comments and feedback, visit the project webpage at the URL shown on the screen. You can also reach out directly to me with any comments or questions about the proposal or the process. And you can also email the SPRC Project Chair, Planning Commissioner Jim Lentowny. Thank you so much for watching this presentation.